Hey guys, Josh here. This is my Hausa boom for just standard Hausa, nothing crazy, no Berbers, well, no overpop Berbers, nothing crazy like that. Um, I'm just going to show you a standard 1v1 boom. There are some nuances to it because it's Hausa. You'll see what I mean when we go through this video and this boom guide. I'm just going to kind of briefly talk about the Civ. So the Civ is Hausa, it's an African Civ, it's a DLC. Um, the deck I'm going to be using is this deck here. Um, we'll go through the card order once I start the video in proper. But essentially, with this build or this Civ in general, um, it's not known for its artillery. It's actually really bad in artillery. It's one of the worst. So if you enjoy artillery play, this probably isn't the Civ for you. The boom is a little bit more advanced than your average European Civ. So practice it thoroughly before you go fighting another player. Just FYI. I'll give you the pros. Pros is Civ has got really good units, standard units. So it's got a really strong Musk, which is Magati. That's where you'll be mainly building with the Civ. You'll have Falanis. So the Falanis, just think of them as your Skirm. And really good cav. They actually have some of the best cav in the game, I feel like. You're gonna boom just let's just start it and I'll just kind of walk you through how we do this. So first thing you're gonna start out with is 5 villagers. Let me fast forward it so you don't see it. You'll start out with a livestock. You'll build granaries. So granaries kind of work like um, I don't know if you've ever played Age of Mythology. There's a Civ that allows you to all the livestock or all of the hunts to go to one spot. They kind of, as you can see, all the hunts will go to this one spot. Also boost your gather rate for a little bit. I think it's like 10%. So usually with the boom, you're going to boom age up with Berbers. So you'll see that here once we're there. But you're going to usually be doing like a 12 to 13 vil age up. You'll see why in a sec. You want to try to get to age 2 because when you age up with Berbers, you have the capability of training Berbers, which are just better villagers. Think of like CBDs with France. So they gather natural resources really strong. They're really good. So, yeah. What I usually do is I usually stick about half my vills on gold and the rest on hunts until we finally age up. With this, I had hunts everywhere because it's Andes. So I tried to put all my granaries all over the map just so I can start getting the hunts in one spot, just to make it easier in transition as a new player. When you're trying to micro the hunts back to your TCs, it can be a real pain in the butt. Uh, like I said, as far as deck goes, let me just pause it real quick. So as far as the deck goes, card order. So this is from minute 1 to 40. These are going to be kind of your orders. You're going to go with Polaka code, which just makes all your resources gather quick. You're going to send your university card. So the cool thing about universities with Hausa is you're going to have this extra resource called influence. That's going to be the big how you're going to make your best units. That'll be natives. That's going to be your artillery. Going to be your best unit, Magadi or Magadai or however you pronounce it. But as you can see, it's 1.5 influence a second. Once you send Palace of Amani, which is just a palace, that's where you're going to build a lot of your techs and stuff out of. It should go up to 250, 2.5. You're going to want to try to max it out. So as you see, I'm going to build it right here next to it. So the key with this is you got to build these your palace and university right next to your TC to get the trickle. So 2.25 to max it out. Right now you're going to age up. You're going to age up. You can play around with it, but usually 22, 24 vils. That's usually what I like to age up with. So you're going to age up to age 3. You want to get to age 3 ASAP, just because you want to try to max out your TCs. So the cool part is, I don't know if it'll show you or not, but in your university, which it's not showing, I don't know why. Let's see. Will it do it? Whoop. Will not. But there's a tech in the university that allows you to increase your overall TC build limit. So you're going to click it. As soon as you get to age 3, you want it ASAP. As you can see, I'm already max TC. Already going to 4, and you'll see where I'm putting them 4, 5, and you'll see where the 6th one is back here, right here. So you're going to want to try to do that. Leave vills on wood for a little bit. You want to try to max out vills age 3. And the reason why you want to do that is there's not really any cards you want to send for age 4. Besides this one, which just gives you more palaces. But you're not going to be maxed out on palaces just yet. So right now you're just going to go to each TC, just make sure they're pumping. You want to pump it up. Max out as many vills as you can. That's where this card comes in. We're going to do feudal army, so all units train faster. That includes vills. That's why you want to send it. And then once you get all TCs built, you're going to send the Gobaru Minaret. And what it does is it allows all your buildings to produce quicker also. So it just kind of goes in tandem. So you'll see where my guy, he's just chilling here. But usually what you want to try to do is have him go around building palaces. I might actually be maxed out. It doesn't say. I don't know why it's not showing it. But might be maxed out. Let me see here. Yeah, it's not going to let me. It's stupid recording. But you're going to want to be maxed out. So as soon as you're maxed out, you'll just chill for a little bit. You're going to get to age 4. As soon as you go to age 4, there's going to be a palace tech right after the TC tech that you're going to click on, that you're going to increase your palaces or universities. You want to try to maximize your universities, and you want to try to put in your palaces ASAP also. So when you do that, you're pretty much going to get 1.25 more a second in influence. You want to try to max that out ASAP. You'll see why. Like I said, on these nats, they cost influence instead. So in a 1v1 setting, you're not going to be spamming a lot of nats. You're mostly going to be using them as kind of like filler. Your army is actually really, really strong. Think of like Japan. Japan's got a really strong upfront army. So does Hausa. That's what you're trying to go in for. So just to look at the deck. So just like I said, you're going to send royal fortifications to go ahead and max out like your universities and stuff. Here they come out, and you'll start seeing where I'm putting them in to build and stuff like that. Yep, right here. And the kingdom builder, that is your university. So you'll see me building them, maxing them out. You want to try to max them out ASAP. Right now, I'm trying to clear wood because you'll see here in a minute. The biggest con to playing Hausa is it takes a ton of space, just an absolute metric ton. I guess I need to go back here. Let me pause real quick. So, age up orders, you're going to age up. Age 2, you're going to go to Berber. So that's where you're going to have, let me find it, these Berber villagers. So you want to maximize that. There is a different card order, which isn't this one. This is more for like if you're new to Hausa. If you're new to Hausa, this is the build order you want to go with. You won't have to build elite. It's just simple age up. Once you get everything out, that's what you got. But you're going to do the 5 Berber nomads. So that'll be your age 2. So Berber age 2. Morocco. So Morocco age 3. So what it's going to do is it's going to give you this mosque. So think of it like a European church tech. So inside this mosque is you get XP. So you get like 1500 XP. Just a one click away type thing. You're going to get training. Training's the big one. That's the main reason why you're doing it, is to make all of your units come out quicker. Because if you're not spamming, then why are you playing treaty, right? Age 4 in 1v1, you're going to go Fulani. And the reason why you go Fulani is so you can build goats. You want to maximize goats. Now, in a team setting, you're not going to go Fulani. You're going to go Yoruba, which I wish I could show it here, but Yoruba. So Yoruba, or you could go Akin. So Akin's going to give you, you're going to be weaker. You're going to be weaker on the start army with Akin. But you're going to have trade. So you're going to have the Akin trade. And you can mine boom. So you'll have a tech that increases mining. So right now you get 0.87, and that's with all the mine tech and everything. So it's not that great. But if you have the Akin tech and you mine boom, you get like 1.5, something crazy like that. It's really good. But you're going to have to use salt mining. You're going to have to micro a ton. If you're not used to something like that, I would recommend this boom as a new up and comer just to get used to it. And then once you feel comfortable, then transition to the mine boom. And I'll have another video for that here maybe in the next few days. But anyway, age 4 Fulani, just for it'll make your Fulanis gather wood, because that's going to be a big thing. Fulanis are going to be like your skirmisher, and you're going to need a lot of wood. And then the biggest thing is the goats. Goats are what you want. You want to try to maximize the influence. And you'll see here where your influence, you're going to gather wood naturally from livestock and all that good jazz. And then last is going to be British. Reason why you do biggest reason why you do British is for arsenal. So it's going to make your archers better, your cav better, your musket. So inside your palaces, and I wish it would show it. I don't know why it's not. You're going to have a unit called Magadi. It's like the best musket in the game, but it's super expensive. So, and you'll see why you need all this influence is specifically for that age up. So let's just keep going. So right now, you're going to, before you go and start building, fields and everything like that, you want to try to gather all the resources on the map that you can. Obviously, you don't want to be AFK and gather resources on your opponent's side. That's breaking half map. We don't want to try to do that. But for training purposes, a little bit lax there. But right now, you're going to clear space for all your fields and stuff. You want to try to get all your upgrades before you go to it. Fields right now, they're just getting it. If you look at cards, so you want to try to send the food cards first. So let me pause that. So you're going to send for, fertilizer card. You're going to send your Coos card. And then you're going to send your coin cards, but you're going to gather food for a little bit until then. Some players, so with this build, your main unit is going to be your musket. Your musket uses coin. So you're going to want to switch to coin quicker. But if you're not going to really be using as much Magadis, then you're going to sit on food a lot longer, and you'll see why in a sec. Right now, just booming, just getting all the FB.
I want to go to Sailor Nose again.
You can't go to Sailor Nose, honey. Let me do this thing real quick, and then I'll help you. You're just gonna build your livestocks right now. You're gonna so that's the other thing. So the cool part about Hausa is if you send, I run with Advanced Livestock Market. Reason why is for a new person, you're going to run out of resources rather quick, and you can sell livestock for quite a bit of resources, specifically gold. So you gather gold a lot slower than you would food. So you can, sell the livestock, get coin. So cool part is with Hausa is your oxen will gather food or coin off the fields. So you're not going to really sell that. That's another reason why you go Fulani, because you can sell your goats for it. And it increases your, gives you quite a bit if you just stay on it. Like if you're not very good at microing you're kind of missing out on the card. You could probably switch it for something else. But for this training episode, or for this episode's purpose, I run it. So Just like I said, you're gonna take your Berbers. You're gonna have them on the salt mine. Like I said, if you did the Akin mining, easily you would have 1 gold a second instead of 0.75. It's quite significant. Right now, I'm sending the Fulani card. That's what I was talking about earlier, where it's going to gather wood. So you're going to try to. I wouldn't max it out on Fulani. You're just getting enough just to kind of supplement your wood gather. Because right now, your Berbers are on the mines. So you could maybe skip the mine and put them on wood. It's more of a preference. I like to have it on the salt mine because they're not going to move for a while. And then you'll get coin, right? So you're going to get your upgrades out a lot quicker, which is what I'm doing now. You can see it here on the right here. So right now, just to demonstrate it, you got your field. So you get 0.25 on food, but the big one is 0.65 on influence. Right now, we're almost maxed out. I guess it'd be influence per minute. So right now it's 1900. When hegemony comes out, all your units will also slowly trickle influence just to kind of give you a buff a little bit. So right now we got our oxen making fields. We got our livestock. We've got our villagers. You got your Fulani out here doing their thing. This also comes out of like different techs, but you can make an FB really quick. You can do 2 palaces somewhere, and then a couple of you can either do towers or you can do war camps. Works out really good. So this is what I was talking about. So switch to coin, and if you look 0.94 compared to 1.08. Now you can, if you don't build a lot of Magadi, you can sit on food a lot longer. So you can sit on food until like maybe 6 minutes, because right now we're on like 9, 8, 9, something like that. You could probably sit on it a lot longer. I don't, because I use a lot of Magadi. So I like it. So I like to maximize my influence. I like to maximize my coin. So everyone's got their play style, but for a new up and comer, I feel like that's probably the best way to playing it. So like I said, you're gonna normally I would have max pop by now, but I haven't sent this card here. You don't want to send it until you don't want to make Magadis until you send it. But if you're not going to make it, you can max out and do Javelin Riders. That's the other thing that houses really got. They got a really good goon. That's what a Javelin Rider is. You'll see it here in a minute, but they're really strong, really good, especially with the Arsenal techs. Top tier. So this is kind of the base layout. Right now I'm just waiting on. I goofed and kind of deleted the livestock market, but we're gonna have the cattle. Once it maxes out, we'll put it on the thing. Some Idlevilles. They're not idle very long. But yeah, this is kind of my macro. So once the fight stops, obviously you're not gonna have the wood gather from the Fulanis. So what you would normally do is you could either have the nomads. So nomads, I think if they're near a granary, if you put them on wood, it's like 1.19's gather rate, something like that, or 1.09. Pretty good, pretty decent. So you're gonna have like kind of a macro where you want around 70 vills on coin, and this counts livestock. So you got 20 livestock. Oh, the other big thing. So you get. Let me pause it. With the British age up, you do get a huge overpop. So if you're versus a civ that or civs that have big overpops like Dutch, just having the extra artillery out helps a ton, just to stop the push and everything. So we'll just kind of go through here. Oh, I didn't even realize it. That's the other thing you gotta watch out for. Don't goof and forget to make gates and stuff, especially with Hausa. So the biggest con to Hausa is you've got to build these palaces and these universities. But until age 5, universities, you've got to spread them out. So you can't like build all your universities on one TC. They won't allow you. So you want to maximize them in age 3. So you've got to spread them out. And because you've got to spread them out, it's kind of cramping your base, right? And once someone starts pushing you and starts killing them, it's very hard to recover. That's probably the biggest con to them. All right, so yeah, just chilling here. Um, should get around. I think I boomed like 220, like right around that, something like that. So normally in a 1v1, most of your stuff's gonna be over here in Nats. Yep. So it's like 220. So most of your units, most of your stuff's gonna be over here in Nats. Y'all might have a few over here, just to kind of wall this side over here a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of the boom. Nothing too crazy. Like Fulani's are gonna be your main bread and butter. It's gonna be like your main DPS. So if you look here, their stats. The Fulani age up gives them like an extra 2 range or 3 range. Normally they have like 18 range. It's pretty bad. And then the muskets. So this is the Magadi. So these units right here are what you're mainly going to be making with this build. So they're 100 coin, 90 influence. Influence is going to be your hardest resource to gather because there's only 2 ways to really gather it, and that's on universities and livestock. But you also have, I guess, 3 ways. You've also got tokens of influence, but you're not going to get that till you start sending stuff. So, and I didn't even send the Fulani card, so that's, you're going to get an extra 3 range on it. So they're pretty good. They're kind of like British longbows. So you're going to have 24 range. I think the only other skirm that has that is USA. USA has a really strong skirmisher. But as I said, they cost a lot of food. So if you're going to build a lot of that, you're going to have to read macro, and you're going to have to go less on coin and do more on that. And that goes hand in hand. Like if you're going to do something like that, you're going to do more Jav riders and stuff. So, but if you're wanting something really strong and really good to kind of stop being rolled over by most sibs, then you're gonna want to go with this type of build. They're really good muskets. They're kind of like Sweden as far as having range resist and stuff like that. They shoot, they hit like a truck. They are expensive, but they're 1 pop. So 1 pop, really strong. This age up, you're only going to have really 1 nat, which is Berbers. So the pro to the other age ups is you'll have more than 1 nat, but you're going to drain on influence a lot more. This one, you've only got the 1, and then obviously in a 1v1, you're going to have whatever nats on the map. Another pro is on this map, particularly, you also get the coin gather rate, which for houses is actually really nice. It's a very nice quality of life. But yeah, so as far as card order goes, you're going to do Palaki code. You're going to send your university second. You're going to do Amina Palace third. You're going to do feudal armies. That's just to make everything build quicker. You're going to do the Minaret as the next one. That's just to make everything build quicker. What I usually like to do as soon as I hit age 4, I'm going to do royal fortifications. That's to get the extra palaces out. And then wood, because by then you should be building fields and stuff to gather. If you want, you can skip this and do Fulani cattle fertilizer and Koos, and then do cultivation. Or you could do it even last. I mean, honestly, you could do get your gold cards and then it. Whichever way you want to do it. But I would recommend boom, 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 boom. Fortifications, food cards, and then just play around with whatever you feel like doing. All right, guys. That is the boom. 220. Just to kind of give you an idea. A decent Hausa boom is in 1v1. It's going to run you about 215, 220 to maybe 240 if you do the mind boom, but that's more advanced. For a new person, kind of aim for like 215, 220 if you're doing just a standard boom. All right, guys. Catch you all next time. Thank you. Bye bye.